I personally feel safe in San Francisco as a blind woman traveling? And the answer is it depends where I'm at. If I am just going to Westfield, which is now called the San Francisco Center, I probably would be safe.
To be honest, Union Square is pretty dead, but I don't mind walking around there. I don't feel scared. It's just empty, kind of eerie. It's just different than how it used to be.
You get off at the Civic Center station, it could feel a little overwhelming. There's a bunch of unhoused people and just it feels kind of eerie. People also talk about Oakland, how Oakland is unsafe and you shouldn't be out there. But I went to 12th Street Station on my own. It didn't seem like a lot of crime, a lot of things were going on, but it was during the day. Maybe at night is when things get a little crazy. Not sure yet. Nothing has happened. But San Francisco still has its beautiful areas like the Sunset District, the inner Sunset, the outer Sunset. It has the Haight Street, which is really nice. It has all its vintage stores. Last weekend that I went, there was so many people there having a good time, hanging out. There was people playing music. And then you have the Golden Gate Park. Everyone's just hanging around, getting some sun, playing some sports. And then you have the Botanical Garden. You have the Japanese tea garden where you could just grab some delicious green tea cheesecake, some tea, and just hang out and walk along the sunset. Then you have all this delicious food that you can try. So sometimes I try to go to Ocean Beach and just run or walk and just enjoy the fog and what the beach has to offer, all the salty air. And then you get all these beautiful coffee shops, surf shops, people. It just feels like you're not in the city because it's so calm and quiet, and then there's people walking their dogs, and you just get a great breakfast there. All in all, I feel like being a woman, especially a woman with a disability, though I don't live in the city, but I visit often, but I've gotten told stuff not in the city but out where I live, and it's like it just doesn't matter where it is. You just can't base it off the news. You can't just base it off other people because we all live different lives, and I always think like depending on how I feel, it's the people that I'm gonna attract. So if I think that something bad is gonna happen to me, something bad is gonna happen to me. But I still think that it's great to always have something in your pocket, like a pepper spray or a stun gun or whatever you feel comfortable using, and just knowing how to use self-defense when needed. You can never be prepared for these things. Things just happen. You never know what could happen, and always to walk confidently. People will know, so you just gotta pretend like you know where you're going. Don't stare at anybody because people hate to be stared at, and mind your own business, and I'm pretty sure you will be fine. Don't get deterred by other people that are saying that, oh, San Francisco is bad. Yeah, there's a lot of crime, but crime like stealing and breaking into cars. If you go to San Francisco, I recommend you don't take your car. Use public transportation. It's really good in San Francisco. You'd probably get there faster if you take the BART, if you take Muni, instead of using your car. There's a bunch of traffic and it's not necessary. What I usually do is I never want to be in the city at night. That's something that I've told myself, like, I don't know, like how they say the freaks come out at night. So I just go during the day, leave before the sun sets, unless it's Christmas. That's an exception. I was there for Christmas, and honestly, it was so beautiful, and the big tree was there, but I kind of feel sad that it's dead. It's dead now. It's dead now. There's hardly nobody out there, and that makes me sad because I used to love the beautiful Christmas carols that they used to have, just people walking around, and now it feels like the city is slowly dying, and it's so disappointing and sad. But that's not going to stop me from going to the city, and honestly it shouldn't stop you too, because it's still beautiful, and it just make sure that you know where you're at.